All right, what's going on, folks? Welcome to another iteration of the pod. We've got Brandon Brini in the studio, back for the second time. Returning guest. What's up, buddy? What's up? What's up, you fucking patat? How's it going, my friend?
Not too bad, you?
Good. I saw you at dinner 2 weeks ago, and I spotted you across the restaurant. I was there with my girlfriend, and she goes, "Is that Brini? Is that Brini over there?" I said, "Yeah, it is." And I'm gonna go over to talk to him, and I'm not gonna signal to him that I'm coming. You were there with a girl.
Yeah,
you were there with a lady. I don't know if I'm outing you.
You are outing me.
I don't know if I'm outing you. There was another one who might have not known that you were seeing other ones. Who the fuck? Who the fuck was he with 2 weeks ago? I wasn't out with him 2 weeks ago.
It's definitely my girlfriend now. But
wow.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, sir.
Yeah.
Well, so I approached you from behind. I patted you on the shoulder, and you had no idea I was there, and that's the worst. It's the worst. It's the worst. I hate when people will come up to me in restaurants and just say, "Hey, what's up?" Because I'm not prepared for the interaction.
Yeah.
And you felt a little.
Well, I wasn't prepared because I was shocked.
guard.
Because it's the 5th time in a row I take her on a date and I got recognized in that manner.
Recognized? I'm not a fan. I didn't say let's take a picture.
I know. You were the only person I knew, but it's because it's like damn, every time. Because I went to Olympico and this guy tapped me on, he grabbed my shoulders and he's massaging me.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Bello, Brini, how's it going?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Who the fuck are you?" That's my first reaction, you know?
Yeah.
And then he's like, "I'm Jay's brother." And I'm like, who's Jay?
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Jay from this place." I'm like, "Oh, still don't know who you are, but nice to meet you," you know? So it happens a lot there, but with you, it was just caught me off guard because it's Stelina, you know, and it's Friday night, 9 p.m.
Right.
Just wasn't expecting.
Right. Yeah. Because the illiterate dagos that follow you don't typically go out to nice places on Friday nights.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. That's when I got touched from behind as Selena.
They'll go to a bar. You expect to run into them at 3 on a Thursday.
Yeah, a coffee shop or whatever. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
The same people that follow that follow my stuff. I don't know. I have a weird relationship where I just kind of hate the people that I think I should be targeting.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know why. We have a real branding issue. We have a real branding issue over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a...
That's a real... Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
That's a real problem that we need to diagnose. Yeah. Get people in to rectify. No, I'm kidding. That's not true at all. I love every one of the 110 people that subscribe to this fucking loser show on YouTube right now.
Right, bro.
Nobody fucking... Yeah, whatever. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I mean, anyone that's... I find it crazy that anyone's, wild enough to listen to a show that has so little traction, because I was joking with Dilo about this on the first or second show. I'll never subscribe to a channel that has under 10K. Who the fuck is subscribing to me?
No, I agree with what you're saying, but that's a thought at one point, but then at some point you do just get traction in some way or another, right? Everyone pops off at one point or another.
Yeah, well,
it starts with family, friends, and then eventually you create a bunch of chaos on the internet and something happens, right?
Yeah. Chaos. O bordello.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's a little teaser. It's a little teaser. People that are paying attention in 3 weeks are going to be like, "Oh, yeah, that's the thing he was talking about. That's cool." Whatever. Makes no sense now. It might in 3 weeks. Keep listening. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I think you need to, if you want to avoid those interactions with people, why would you? I mean, they're not inherently negative, but if someone does that, you could have a bit of fun with them, you know, and just say, if they say, "Oh, I know this guy," you should just, even if you don't know who they're referring to, you should say, "Oh yeah, that guy's a fucking idiot," right? I fucking hate that guy. I think you actually had a video.
I did do the video.
You had a video.
Yeah, Gaetano Napolitano, bro.
You're like an Italian Uber driver, and a guy gets in the car. "Bro, are you Italian?" "Yeah, bro." "You know Gaetano so-and-so?" Yeah, bro. That guy's a fucking idiot." "Yeah, he is." Yeah. That was funny. That was
that was a twist right there.
Okay.
Twist.
Yeah, no, it was funny. When I came to see you in the restaurant, you were like, "You're here with the lady?" And I'm like, "Yeah, she's over there." And Paula had the candle underneath her. It was like cinema. It was like a fucking sketch. I just go, "Yeah, she's over there. Wave to my lady." And Paula sees it. We point to her, and she goes,
Yeah,
and she had the candle fucking right underneath her. She looked like a freak. She looked like a demon. I looked at her and I was like, "Holy shit!" Because nobody looks good with a flashlight underneath them, right?
Well, I didn't even notice, to be honest.
Well, right, but I did. But I was like, "Oh my god!" It was just funny. She just turned right into the light, and goes, "Hi," and her eyes. She has really big eyes, so it was funny. Yeah, it was funny. She was like a squirrel caught in the headlights. You know, she has like really, really big eyes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Hi.
We all turned to look at her at the same time. So.
Okay, that's cool. So that's cool. Girlfriend. Good for you. Nobody knows about it.
Not select few people.
How long?
Like a month.
Oof.
Not even.
Well, yeah. That's the point where you have to take them out all the time.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But I enjoy it.
You have to. Well, yeah.
Sometimes she comes to film. You know. She'll film my food reviews. She's all into it. She's like my brand manager now.
That'll get old real quick.
I don't know.
That'll get old real quick. Like 2 years in, all right, you want me to film your fucking your videos? Is that what you want?
That, no.
You don't want to talk to me instead?
Yeah, no.
You gotta tread carefully with that sort of thing.
She's into the whole brand, and you didn't post this week. Why didn't you post? You know?
Really?
Yeah, she gives it to me. It's
that's
good.
fantastic.
She keeps me on my toes.
Well, that's excellent.
Yeah. We need, sometimes I need an extra push. I push other people, and then you don't do it for yourself.
Yeah, you push me. I was not doing video or anything when you came on the pod a year ago, and you kind of helped me to do it.
Yeah.
Or just you gave me the kick in the ass to do it. So thanks,
Yeah, no
thanks
problem.
The
setup's SPAC now.
It's well, let's see where it goes, man. Fuck, man. Italy had a weird international break. We did a bonus pod a few days ago talking about the England game, and I was happy because Matteo Retegui scored a goal, and I said he's the guy now, and I still maintain that he scored against Malta. But then, we proceeded to look terrible against Malta. You didn't watch the game. You said you watched the highlights.
Yeah, the 18-minute highlights. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the extended.
Okay,
version.
okay. Well, it was. I don't know, man. I think we're. I'm scared. I'm scared because Roberto Mancini now is talking about calling up every Argentinian under the sun with an Italian passport.
Yeah.
Dilo, maybe you could pull up some of these names. I've never heard of any of these guys. I actually was inspired by Matteo Reteghi's resurgence or, apparition onto the scene this week. And I downloaded Football Manager, like the touch version. I paid $5 I'm trying to beat the game in a month.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't want to pay the $80 for it because I'm a cheap bastard. That's why I still have the fucking piece of shit phone that you said I need to get rid of and burn.
Yeah.
But, so I tried recruiting him. And, basically every Argentinian guy whose name I would see in the media this week, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I'm going to try to get them in to my Azzurri side just because it's kind of, I don't know, it's the vibe I'm on right now. I'm liking this. I'm liking the news stories I'm hearing. Just because it's fun. It's salacious. Oh, wow. Italian names in Argentina. New blood, new faces. I'm in. And they all told me to go kill myself. They all told me to go die.
The players in the
game?
They
were like, because I had to solicit them to play for Italy. They're like, what the fuck? I don't give a shit about Italy, So that was really demoralizing. But now, I don't know. Yeah, Mancini's turning to every player under the sun. I don't know if you remember a few years ago, he used to say it's stupid that Italy be calling up guys like Eder and Franco Vasquez because Italy should be, represented by Italians. Why do we need ORIUNDI? And now it's like the shoe's on the other foot. And he's like, well, fuck it. Everyone else does it. We're going to do it too. He was saying, in fact, every country in Europe loses players who wind up going to play for their country of origin, which he's not wrong about. Like the Moroccan team that, came 2 wins away from winning the World Cup, which, that was never happening. But, whatever. Despite what, our neighbors and everyone we played with growing up probably thought during the month of December. They were all from France and Germany and Belgium and Holland.
They're all born somewhere else.
They don't care. They're
they're
Moroccan.
Ziyech is born in Netherlands.
Yeah, why can't we do the same thing? Why can't we bring in Italians who are willing to die for the flag? So he's making these points now, and he's saying that expect more. Expect more. Yeah. There's this one guy in particular. What's his? Pull this up here. You zoom in. Gianluca Prestiani, 17 years old, from Vélez Sarsfield in Buenos Aires. Dude, some of these are the most fucking AI generated Argentinian names I've ever heard. There was this one guy named Facundo Buonanotte.
Yeah, I saw him.
You ever heard of him?
Yeah.
Facundo Buonanotte.
Yeah.
He plays for Brighton.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He used to play for River Plate.
Dude, that name straight up sounds. Yeah. That name straight up sounds like it was generated by Football Manager in the year 2037. Facundo Buonanotte.
He looks like a Paulo Dybala a bit there.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you know.
Well, Dybala is Italian too. Could have been.
Well, my concern is once we start doing this, we're hitting the panic button. Once we start bringing in a bunch of random faces that nobody's ever heard of, you know, because once we get attached, look, if Mancini gets attached to an idea and he says, let's just bring in anyone who has the ability to play for us, because fuck it, our players suck. Argentina are the world champions right now. They're developing more, you know, young players than we are. They're bringing them through, bring them in. Is that necessarily going to yield anything? I'm a little freaked out about where it could go. I think it could be apocalyptic.
Yeah, I could. Well, like, the thing with like Eder and Vasquez is like those guys were like 30-year-old non-born Italians. So it's like they're already kind of past their prime, and we were in an era where they had that coach there, Ventura, who was just horrible. So I don't think that was like.
Conte was calling them up too. Conte didn't give a fuck. He
Conte
was just a system
had Eder
guy.
on his team. Actually.
He was just a system guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and Eder played good for us. He did what he did in that Euro, and that was about it.
He was just so like there was no sex appeal to him at all. Like he was so unsexy.
Yeah, and then he went to China for the money, like a classic Brazilian would do.
Yeah. Like
but I think
like a classic dirty Brazilian would do. Exactly. That's like when you say it that way, you're just like a classic Brazilian. No, but you're right. No, there are a lot of Brazilians that.
Oh yeah, Hulk,
no, it's true. Oscar Ramirez.
Like they started the trend. Willian.
Yeah. That guy who played for Shakhtar, Tyson was his.
Tyson, Alex Teixeira.
Yeah.
All those guys.
Many dirty Brazilians.
Who have gone in. They all went. They just took a payday and they hated their life for. They still probably do, because they ruined their careers. But I don't think
so. I think those Brazilian guys love to party, man. They love to get after it. I think they go back home and they're rock stars and no one gives a shit that they played in China.
Oh yeah, at that point for sure.
Do you remember João Pedro? Oh my God.
João Pedro and Luis Felipe.
Dude, João Pedro played that one game. Dude, as soon as we threw on João Pedro against Macedonia, I was like, we're going to miss a second World Cup in a row. We're throwing him on for a goal. That's the Hail Mary. We're cap tying him.
Yeah, I think that's why he's starting younger now, because he wants to develop them as Italians, which I don't have a problem with. If you're going to bring in a 17-year-old and you're going to like Mauro Camoranesi him, or even Perotta wasn't born in Italy. He was born in England, you know? So guys like that, like, they were born young in those countries, but they are Italian.
They were born young. I was born very young. I was born age 0, actually. I was born very young.
Yeah, they were brought into Italy at a young age.
Dilo, he was a little mature for his age. He wasn't born quite as young.
He was born 2 months old.
He was born He was latching onto the nipple a little faster.
I was actually born 2 months premature.
Really?
Oh.
Wow. You were born real young.
Real young.
Wow.
He was like negative 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is a symptom of that just going on a heater in March Madness every year and just having like I don't know. Having insane gambling tendencies. I'm peeling back the layers on Dilo every week and I'm getting increasingly concerned about him. He's got his hand in front of his mouth right now instead of talking into the mic as the defense mechanism, because I'm sandbagging him on the pod a little bit here. What's happening with your bracket? The
bracket's done. The heater kind of slowed down a little, but
did you win any parlays this weekend?
Parlays, no, but we did bet on Italy U21 and that cashed yesterday. So
he's doomed. He's betting. I told you last week, get off the hype train. You went like 14 for 15 in March Madness.
Wow.
He won like a lot of money on. He won like over 10 times his unit on a UFC parlay, and I said, get out. It only gets worse. It only goes down from here. And I was right, because you're now betting on the Italian U21 team. Once you resort to the Italian U21 team, it's over.
They're not even Italian anymore.
Dude,
actually, they are all Italian.
Dude, it's actually crazy. What Mancini's straight up just saying, skip the U21 team. Just come right in. Yeah. You're 18. We're going to cap tie you. Can you find me an article on Gianluca Prestiani? Like a deep dive on him? What the fuck is this guy's deal? He's 17 and he's young and he's got an Italian name. But is he good? What do we know about him? Italy aimed to get passport for Gianluca Prestiani. He doesn't even have a passport yet. He's just got an Italian name, and they're assuming that he's good for it. Can you go back to that last article? Aim to get a passport.
We can only go dipping in Argentina, because we're not having guys born anywhere else.
No, Argentina's cool. Anywhere else is weird. The Italian national team are working on getting a passport for 17-year-old Vélez Sarsfield winger Gianluca Prestiani with the hopes of naturalizing the Argentine-born forward and securing his services to play for the Azzurri. So you know what I'm seeing now? I actually went on this guy's Instagram this week, and I looked at his latest post. And you know how sometimes like rumors will be circulating that a guy's going to come to a club, and you go into the comments, and it's like a bunch of Turkish guys saying, come to Besiktas, come to Sao Paulo, come to Corinthians. Now it's a bunch of people saying, ma sei italiano.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of people saying, come to Italy, come to Italia.
Yeah.
It's insane. That's the level to which we're like, that's the level to which we're stooping now.
Well, there's some Real Madrid rumors there, some pictures. So.
Again, if we could get this guy who's gonna like, because Argentina does bring through more young players younger. They just do. I don't know why the Argentinian league isn't quite as like big time as Serie A, so they kind of have to bring through young guys at 17,
it's like
18.
the MLS, but like a notch above, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like it serves them well, and yeah, I mean, if this guy's gonna scale up to become a great player, sure, by all means. But it feels like it could get a little much. It feels like we could get a little carried away here. Like these are guys who aren't even getting called up by Argentina, but they're good enough for us. I mean, it's like maybe not. Maybe they will be at some point. Let's cap tie them anyway and go.
Well, a 17-year-old in general is not getting called up anywhere. Rarely there, but a guy like that. If I'm an Argentinian right now, the ship has sailed. They're not gonna win anything for a long time. Like they know Messi's done. Like it's over. So like, would you rather play for Italy that's always had a solid foundation, or would you rather play for Argentina and? Well, we know how that goes.
Well, these guys are Argentinian, though. Like, they are Argentinian. I'm looking at some of these guys' Instagrams, and they're like, I mean, they speak no Italian.
Yeah.
And
the
they're...
The mate.
Yeah, bro.
They're all drinking mate.
Mate all in. Yeah, they have like a
Griezmann.
they have like an Italian last name, but they have like a German mother's maiden name. You know, they're very Argentinian.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Just a fucking World War II nightmare of a mix.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I'm looking at some of the shit they're commenting. Like a lot of these guys are followed by like, you know, prominent Argentinian people. They're like involved in Argentinian society. Like Bizarrap, the producer, is commenting on this guy's Instagram post I'm seeing. I guess he's a fan of the club. I don't know. But like I don't know. He's fully immersed. He doesn't follow the Italian national team. He follows no Italian players. I checked him out. I stalked him. He follows the Argentinian side. He follows Messi, and that's it. He's an Argentinian man.
Yeah.
Boy, you know. He's a young boy who grew up, probably always wanted to play for Argentina. I don't know that he's ever wanted to play for Italy. That's the weird thing. Yeah. How Italian does he feel? It's not like you and me.
Well, that's
the
convincing that comes in, right? The negotiating.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's where you got to bring in the big guns. That's where you got to bring in the showgirls. That's where you got to bring in Berlusconi and the sweet talkers. And you got to bring in the guys who are going to make, you know, show them a good time and say, this is what it's all about. Questa è la bella vita.
Yeah.
You know?
Willy Gnonto, bro.
Well, that guy's born in Italy. It's different.
I know.
And you wouldn't have been surprised if he turned his back on Italy and said, I'm going to play for the Ivorians if they called first.
Well, if you could play for Italy there.
I mean, we called him young, but, you know, if by now he hadn't gotten a cap and Ivory Coast called him up, I think he's going to play for the Ivorians. 100%.
Yeah, probably.
What's this you're pulling up here?
This is the U21 Euro squad potential.
Zoom in. See, but why are we playing guys who are already with the senior team? Why is Raspadori going to play there?
Saying.
This is an IFTV chart. This is according to who? According to them.
IFTV.
Can you zoom in? Yeah, according to Michael Cantaris says that Giacomo Raspadori is going to start. I mean, like, you know, like he's on a podcast that is more popular than mine about Italian soccer. But what the is his guess any better than mine? What's up?
Udogi, the Udinese guy, is Italian.
Yeah, and a lot of people are pissed that we haven't called him up. I think we should call up Destiny Udogi.
Because he's like worth $25 million.
According to Transfer Market, which you know, whatever the fuck that means. But you know, is he going to be any worse off than Emerson Palmieri? You know, if you roll with him for a year, like Emerson had a real bad game against Malta, thoroughly unimpressive. We have like Fabiano Parisi too, who's playing pretty well for Empoli. I think we're doing all right down the left. I don't think the left hand channel is really in trouble. Di Marco is still, young enough to have a couple years left in the tank. You know, he's got maybe the whole tournament cycle ahead of him. Spinazzola still plays well when he's healthy.
Yeah.
I have no issues. Here's my fucking problem with these U21 teams. Every time I see these names that I recognize, and I feel like I'm playing Football Manager watching this, because this is shit that I would do. Like if I'm the Italy manager, I'm weird. I play Football Manager with international teams.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would go and serenade all these guys and say, come play now. You're my guy. I'll fucking throw Bonucci out the window. I don't give a shit. Come play with me. And this is what my U21 team, this is what my senior team winds up looking like. It's like the current At any given year that I'm playing Football Manager, it's like that year's U21 team. So I see them in real life. I see these names and I think, how could they lose? I'm willing to bet the house on them right now. And I said that last week.
You're giving me thoughts now.
What are you thinking?
No, like, now I got to bet the U21 team.
Well, you might have carte blanche. I don't think I'm going to come after you if you do. Who could blame you?
They're good.
Willy Gnonto.
It's a solid team.
Minga Gnonto. I know that. It's a name I know. It's like when you have a name you know. Yeah.
A future Serie A champion. You have Fagioli, who's a tank. You have Gnonto, who's going to save Leeds of relegation. Scalvini's a beast. Lovato knows how to play.
Here's the thing. Lovato's probably going to be... in 3 years, nobody's going to know who Matteo Lovato is. That's the thing. Is it Matteo Lovato? I just have a feeling.
Who does he play? Atalanta? No?
Yeah, I just have a feeling he's one of those guys that was just a name because he made a debut relatively young. He's 20 years old playing for Hellas Verona. And it's like, wow, he's young. He's Italian.
Yeah.
He's fucking highly touted on Football Manager. They call him a wonder kid. Wow, And it's like he starts playing and it's like, oh, yeah, you actually have to be really good if you're going to play for the Italian fucking national team, bro.
Yeah.
You're playing against France.
Yeah.
Matteo Lovato's not starting for France, bro.
Caldara, like guys like that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I saw Caldara on the fucking list of players that was playing the 2017 Euro, and I was fully erect.
Yeah, well, he was a tank, but he chose Juventus, right? And that screwed him because he was shipped to Milan pretty quickly.
Yeah, bro.
That's it. Lovato, he would have to go to, he'd have to pull a Bastoni and go to Inter or something like that, like a team who needs a center back. But he'd also need to know how to play with his feet. I don't know if he's that kind of guy.
He's 23 years old, man. If he's not fucking, if he's not a bona fide starter, if he's not the best player on his team right now, it's like again, they can always scale up. But
came up real late.
Yeah, but he was only ever Acerbi. Does that make sense? He was only ever Acerbi. He was just Acerbi. Much better football career than you and I have had. Yeah, sure, but he's just Acerbi. He starts and you're like, oh fuck.
Oh no, I think he's solid.
Honestly.
I prefer him than Bastoni. Bastoni gets me nervous. Like Bastoni, I'm like, this guy just can't win a duel. He's always, and then every time something wrong happens, he has that smirk on his face, like he didn't do anything wrong.
I don't know what to think, bro, because I just have like this idea grandfathered into my head that like Bastoni's a good young Italian player from when he was an even younger. Well, right.
That's the reason why.
So it's like he's like the first name on the team sheet on defense for me. It's like, oh, you got to start him. You got to throw him in.
Because he's the only one who's going to be there in 5 years.
Right, exactly. Well, that's where Mancini's in a weird spot now. He's like, what do I do? Do I throw young names in there because it looks sexy and it looks like I'm going for it? Or do I, put the experienced guys in and throw Toloi and fucking Acerbi in who were part of the last tournament cycle and who are boring as fuck? And who boring. Jesus, not a question of being boring. It's a terrible word to use. They're center backs. They looked out of place against England. They did, Well,
Toloi just struggled ever since the Euros period. Acerbi's been pretty solid. I think Inter really, like Inzaghi really likes him at Inter. Like he's benching Skriniar, De Vrij.
Yeah.
Guys like that are being benched over Acerbi, so it speaks a lot, right? He's scoring banger goals in Champions League and crucial goals, so...
International football is different, man. International football is a whole fucking different thing. It's why you see guys. I think
Bonucci still needs to play. Like he's just a different beast for us.
Again, it's like he's caught between two ideas now. It's like, do I usher in the new guard and just roll the dice and see what happens, or do I? I think he doesn't like a lot of the young crop that are coming through. I think he thinks they're not good enough. It's why he's hanging on to some of the older guys who he can still kind of depend on, and I think it's 100%. Why he's looking at Argentina.
100%.
So,
he's not satisfied with what's coming up, right?
Yeah.
It's not like England or France where these guys only last 4 years in the team. Like Theo Hernandez had to turn the world upside down for him to play over his brother, who's garbage in my opinion, for the French national team.
It's true that a lot of guys won't play as long for some of the other major countries out there. Like you'll have you'll have like one tournament cycle as a French player sometimes.
Yeah, England,
unless
France,
you're one
of
Germany, the guys.
Germany, you're lucky now because there's just too many politics. Brazil too, they're getting to that point. Argentina as well. Their team from the last World Cup was way different. So it's insane, right? In Italy, we managed to keep the same 10 guys together for a long time.
Who failed to qualify for 2 World Cups in a row.
Yeah.
And then somehow a number of them won that Euro.
But then that's it. They go to Euros, which I think overall might be a tougher tournament to win just because of the tightness of the caliber. Like everyone's on the same type of soccer. Like you don't have Costa Rica in your group, even though Costa Rica made it a nightmare for Spain, right? And teams like that. So it's very interesting. But, this is what it comes down to at the end of the day. Like, even Spain today lost to Scotland 2-0. So, like,
Yeah, I saw that.
you just, even Spain's in the same predicament as Italy. Like, they're
They kicked Sergio Ramos out the door. They did what they kind of have to do. Again, like, you can't keep these guys around forever. It's like the Germans are the most ruthless. But I would have kept a guy
like that, though. That's the thing. Like,
well, the grass is always greener, right?
Yeah.
You still have him, and it's like, oh, what's this fucking old man still doing? And then you don't have him anymore. And it's like,
but then they go get Laporte. So they're doing the thing where they go get the French guy. They have the Williams brothers, and then one of them decides to play for Ghana. And then they go get Ansu Fati and all these. Like, they're getting all these non-Spanish guys. And it's like even working.
Fati was born in Spain.
Yeah.
Fati was born in Spain.
But he could have chose to play for wherever he wanted, right?
Yeah, it's a hard sell, though, right? Where the fuck is he from? Some country in Africa. You got to play for Spain instead if you're from there, bro.
Yeah,
you have the
100%.
No, I mean, Laporte was a good get because he was like, they really poached him,
Yeah, but he didn't even play today.
No.
That's the crazy part.
I saw that. Yeah, well, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Yeah.
And then Kepa, first goalie, both. Okay.
I think, I think we'll qualify for the Euro, but it feels like we're in a weird purgatory right now. It feels like we're in a really weird purgatory. Yeah, I don't know. But I like that Retegui's in the picture because I think it might usher in a couple of other new faces who might have otherwise never played. And if they don't play well, great. And if they play well, even better, If they don't play well, then fuck it. You drop them, right? These young guys from Argentina who you want to bring up, fucking do it if you think you have the opportunity to do it. I mean, now that one guy's done it, it's almost like he set the tone.
Yeah, it's because he did it and he did it a low profile. Like, no one knew where he was coming from, why he was there. All of a sudden, he wasn't even supposed to start. Boom, he starts, he scores.
I saw Mancini say about him, dude, I don't know if I'll paraphrase it. You don't have to pull it up. But I saw Mancini say, we called him up because he has a knack for putting the ball in the back of the net. He just, like, he said it like he goes, yes, Scamacca holds up the ball quite well. And we have a number of interesting players. But you see, the reason I called him up, this forward, is because he scores goals.
Yeah.
It's like he's talking about it like it's this interesting philosophical thing. He's like, well, you see, we can't overlook how he just seems to have a knack to find the back of the net. It's the one fucking thing that you want from a forward.
Yeah.
And it's like the one thing that we have not had in a very long time. The fact that we might have found it abroad is insane.
Well, yeah.
I'll take it if we can get it.
But I think that's kind of what had to happen because Chiro was good when he wanted to be good.
He was never that guy, man. He was.
It
was almost like a dig at Chiro. It's like Bellotti. It's like, yeah, we have Bellotti and Immobile. Neither of them score goals, but it's good guy Bellotti. Let's bring him up.
The guy
he's il Gallo.
But a guy
Gallo Bellotti. They all call him Gallo. Ciao Gallo, vieni qua, Gallo. Fai parte del gruppo, Gallo. No, but he doesn't score. But he's Gallo. He's Gallo, bro. Yeah. He had that one season for fucking Torino when he scored 30 goals.
Yeah.
He doesn't score no more, but he's Gallo.
But it's easy to score. It's hard to score on a shitty team, but it's also easy to score on a shitty team. Because then you're just the guy.
What the fuck does that mean?
Because
on a shitty team.
Yeah,
right.
Because when you're on a bad team or a mediocre team, the guy who scores is usually the same one all the time. Like João Pedro scoring all of Cagliari's goals. João Pedro is the only name you see on the list.
It's like someone. Yeah, it's like every time the ball gets into the box, like there's got to be someone there to try to put a foot through it. Yeah.
And now, like, we're seeing that with Retegui because he's the only guy who's scoring for Italy. We're like, oh, Retegui's a beast already. But
he's scoring. But he's been scoring for like 2 years. He just seemed to have like grown into it. It's like ever since he turned like 21 years old. From what I've gathered, he's like put it together. Some guys just don't put it together. He's put it together, Like Andrea Petagna was a highly touted youth product, and he never put it together. He just doesn't score. He's a forward who doesn't score goals.
No, and that's why he's been on 12 teams in 5 years.
Correct. So. Yes. But and whatever. Yeah. I know.
Well, we needed a Luca Toni, and I think Retegui's pretty much that guy because the formation we play requires a strong forward who knows how to put the ball in the net, but who can also hold the ball. The problem with
Immobile is he couldn't hold the ball.
Yeah, Immobile was weak on the ball, and he's not the fastest to get into the box. Because a lot of times, Chiesa and Insigne were running into an empty box.
I don't understand how Immobile scores goals in Serie A. Like when I watch him
play around them.
When I watch him play for but like I've seen him score goals. I've seen him score goals. I've seen him score goals against my team. It feels like he almost winds up in positions by accident. I know that can't be because he scored 30 goals. He was a couple of years ago he was like the top scorer in all European football. It doesn't happen by accident. Obviously he's a smart enough forward to get in these positions, but it just feels like every time I watch him, it's like I'm not confident he's gonna finish one-on-one with a goalie.
Yeah, well, what Lazio usually does with Italy, I don't know what it is. Let's see, at the Euros, he was clinical those first 4 games. And then, once competition started getting serious,
I'm not complaining. I mean, he did what he had to do. We won the tournament, but it's like, let's move on now. He's whatever.
Yeah, I don't think he's part of the plan.
He's not part of the future.
He's not either. Insigne just kicked himself out. Bernardeschi, man, like I really like that guy. I think he could still do something for us.
I liked him too, but it's over for him.
Yeah, he just went. It's done. He ruined it. But like, still, he's tearing it up.
He won a tournament, bro. He's happy.
But then again, like Almada for Atlanta United scoring absolute bangers, ripping it up. 21 years old, and he wins the World Cup with Argentina.
But there's an understanding that he's gonna move on from there. Bernardeschi wound up there because he had like no other options. Well, he had other options.
Could have stayed in Italy, but the money's just wasn't that.
Yeah, but there's a difference. Yeah, there's a difference between a guy who's played for Juventus who's now moved to Toronto, right?
Yeah.
Versus a guy at Atlanta who's 21.
Yeah.
And where the Scott,
if we didn't have Pellegrini, I think Bernardeschi might still get a shot. But.
Fuck, I don't know, man. I think we have a lot of really good wingers. I think we got to get rid of a lot of the old blood. I was talking about this in the bonus pod the other day. I think Berardi's done.
Oh, Berardi's so
He's
done.
He's got to be done, man.
We're
doing a lot more Italian football talk. We're actually doing a lot more Azzurri talk than I thought we would. But you agree with me on this? That
he has to leave. He had to leave Sassuolo, and he didn't, and that's it. And he ruined his chance. Now he's not playing good anymore. Sassuolo's at the bottom of the barrel this year.
What do you think about Berardi, Dilo?
No, I think the same thing as you guys. After he missed that one shot against Macedonia,
it drives me nuts. Yeah, man. I don't know. It was over. Yeah, it was over. It was over. We just got to tell him he's playing against fucking Milan every week. He's playing against Milan, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what it
fucking
is.
Score 2 every week. He'll fucking score 2 every time he plays for Italy.
Yeah.
I didn't hate him at the Euro. He offered something that what was needed in that team, but it's like.
But that team was just united.
And we aren't it's like we aren't a cohesive unit anymore, and he's not going to make an individual difference on his own, is what it feels like. You kind of need guys who are going to make differences on their own. Those guys are Chiesa and Yonto because of the way they play.
Yeah.
Like inherently, the
They're
way they
explosive. That's
why. They just create more openings in the channels.
They have low center of gravity. They know how to run. Like that's the problem with Italians. We've never really ran. Like Spinazzola runs. He tore it up. When we lost him, was a problem. Chiesa against Spain, all he did was run. He managed to get a goal out of it. Like the guys, a lot of individual plays got us to win the Euro. Chiesa against Austria, Spinazzola against Austria.
Yeah.
Like Belgium was a very united team play, but then again, Barella just slots it in, and then Insigne curls one in.
Here,
moments of magic from individuals.
Yeah. Here, let's play a very pretentious, a very I don't know. This is a very nerdy game we're gonna play here, but it's a game we're gonna play. I just thought of it now. We're gonna name players that we think could actually individually make differences for us, and ones that cannot. Because I think that's pretty much where you need to draw the line right there. We mentioned Yonto and Chiesa. Let's keep going. I think Tonali can do it. I think Tonali on his own.
For sure.
I think Verratti still has it.
Verratti, yeah.
Yeah. I think Retegui does because I haven't seen enough of him, but I think that he's I
give him.
I liked his hustle against England. That's why I was losing my mind. People were laughing at me on TikTok saying, "Oh, you only scored 1 goal, bro." He was hustling. He was getting into good positions. That he had opportunities to to
he finished that ball, and it's just that's a striker right there. That's Harry Kane of Italy right there.
Can you pull up Harry Kane becoming the all-time leading goal scorer for England? Dude, I was shocked to find this out. Apparently, his penalty against Italy was the all-time. I think it took him into the lead as all-time leading goal scorer in English football.
Yeah, that's why they celebrated all kinds.
They gave him a golden boot at Wembley.
Yeah.
How old is this guy? He's 30?
He's 30.
He's got 4 kids.
Yeah.
How many kids?
He even has his own burger now.
He's got his own burger?
Yeah, they celebrated, and all the money's going to his foundation for breaking the record.
Oh, man.
He was making
Pull
it,
up a picture. You zoom in on the lady?
Yeah, he married his best friend from the Tottenham camp. She was in the Tottenham camp at 13.
Zoom in.
Started dating.
Well, as long as he's happy.
Yeah,
As long as he's happy. Benedict.
Well, it's Harry Kane,
It's Harry Kane. He's got his own burger.
He's got his own burger.
He's a good lad. He's got a list with charity. He's the England captain.
You don't really understand what he's saying half the time.
As long as he's happy.
Yeah.
You know? I look at that and I say, that's an English family right there.
Yeah.
That's an English family.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's good for England to have a guy like that, who looks like that, with a name like that, with a wife like that, with kids like that.
Yeah. It's
good for morale for the UKIP, Nigel Farage guys.
Yeah. The only
Brexit guys.
bad thing for him is that he plays for Tottenham.
Sure.
That's the only bad thing, that he's still there.
Do you see that Conte? Oh my God.
Yeah, Conte left.
Do you see that Conte's done?
He just wanted to leave.
Dilo, can you pull up the statement?
He was trying to get fired so he could get half of his money.
He's the big dude. I mean, he's the biggest fucking twat in world football. He always throws the organization under the bus, and he comes out smelling like roses.
Yeah.
He's not a twat. Twat's not even the right word. He's a.
But the thing is like
he's
the
a
organizations
fox.
he goes to,
bro.
At the time he's there, are garbage. Like when he left Juventus, they were in the shits, and then a year later they're in the shits. He leaves Inter. They sell pretty much everything that made them win, Lukaku and Hakimi. Lukaku goes, he's shit.
He throws a hissy fit, and he's gone.
Yeah, and he's gone. And Chelsea, he did it at Chelsea too. They sold Hazard. He's like, I'm out. The hell am I doing here?
Football is passion. I would like to deeply thank everyone at Spurs. Sorry, football is passion. I would like to deeply thank everyone at Spurs who appreciate and share my passion and my intense way of living football as a coach. A very intense way of living football. See, he's like leaning into his own persona.
Yeah. Well, he didn't write that. Someone
That's-
wrote that for him too.
Whoever's managing his PR team.
Maybe ChatGPT wrote it.
Dude, but
write a nice paragraph about passion and Antonio Conte.
Can we pull up? Yeah, let's ask ChatGPT.
Let's ask it.
You have to sign in.
Yeah, but it'll take 2 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You're a fucking
I
pro. You've been
respect
using this
Conte
for all
for
your
it
school
'cause
projects, haven't you, bro? Oh yeah. It's a new age, baby. Dude, you're kind of stupid if you're not using ChatGPT
you're
for your
a
school
fucking
project.
moron.
You're a fucking mort if you're not using it, bro.
Yeah.
If you're not selling
think
services as a
Spurs,
ghostwriter and using this, you're a mort, bro.
Italy could find their next talents, Italian potential players around the world.
I would say, it's Antonio Conte just kind of is right in the sweet spot because he's now at a point where he's become like a cult figure in football. Where like
He's a Mourinho.
his own PR team, he doesn't even have to win anymore. He won enough. His own PR team, exactly. He's like Mourinho, exactly. His own PR team now can draft these statements leading into his own persona. I'm happy I got to share my intense way of living football with you guys. What the fuck does that mean? It's just it's a Conteism. It makes sense. We're not mad at it. What did you ask? Write a paragraph about passion as if you were Antonio Conte. Passion is the fuel that drives me, both on and off the pitch. As football manager, I am deeply passionate about the game. See, the problem is, it writes like a pussy. ChatGPT writes like a fucking pussy. There's no mustard to it at all. It's I don't know. It just writes vanilla shit. It writes like I'm, writing a paper for school in detention.
Well, you could write it write me an Instagram caption about passion and Antonio Conte. Then I can.
Let's do that. Let's a little shorter. Create an Instagram caption about passion, invoking passion. Say invoking passion. Not about invoking passion. An Instagram caption invoking passion. In the style of football manager Antonio Conte.
I'm curious.
This is way too long an Instagram caption. Okay, no, forget about it. It's writing a paragraph.
Say in less than 20 words. Just write in less than 20 words.
Dude, I mean, where the fuck does he go next? It feels like any club he goes to now is just gonna.
Passion ignites me. Passion ignites the drive to push harder, separate the good from the great. Unleash yours today, Mink.
He's like fucking Andrew Tate, bro.
Yeah.
Passion
Passion
ignites the drive to push harder. Separate the good from the great. Unleash yours today. Get after it.
I have nothing but respect for Conte. I don't know. Like I think Spurs needed that for their own benefit because they've been just shambolic for forever. Since I was born, they've just been garbage. Like who would even want to go there? Like every time I see a good player sign there, I'm like, but why? Why would you do that to yourself? No one likes the owner. Watch the Amazon.
They pay handsomely. You're in the you're in the Prem. You know, whatever.
Yeah, you know the fact that they went to the Champions League final was crazy. But like,
fuck, I forgot about that.
That was the worst Champions League final in history of finals. So boring.
Ask ChatGPT if they're gonna kill Andrew Tate.
Oh my god.
Do you think they're gonna kill Andrew Tate?
I don't think they're gonna answer this one.
I love how you're writing it. Dilo's writing it in like
as if you said it.
Yeah, word like he's right. Not going to. He's writing gonna.
They're gonna.
He's
gonna understand.
Do you think that the elites will kill Andrew Tate? And this is where, as an AI, and then it gets into as an AI language model. This fucking, see, it doesn't answer the question. This is what pisses me off about ChatGPT. It never answers the questions you really want to know.
I don't think it knows either, though.
Dude, I asked it to once write me. I asked it to write me. Ironically, this isn't that. It's not a bad slip of the tongue here, given what I wanted it to ask me. I wanted it to write me a monologue in like the style of a QAnon supporter or believer, and it wouldn't do it because it said that QAnon is like dangerous and like promulgates like lies, and it's like, dude, it's not what I asked you to do. You're AI. Just do it as if you were the idiot. You know?
Well, there's people that actually are able to hack it and like take off the filters.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. You can get it to like do Louis C.K. but like using N-bombs and shit. Like back in 2005. Like write a Louis C.K. set as if it were 2005. Dropping the N-word. Yeah, man. I mean, Conte. Listen, I think he's gonna go fucking hustle some other club. That's it. I don't think a club in Italy will take him on because of his wage demands. I think he's gonna go back to another club in England. I don't know who, but maybe Real Madrid. They're not looking for a manager.
Ancelotti's leaving.
So. Bayern.
No, they got Tuchel.
Right.
Which is crazy. They literally signed Tuchel because they didn't want him to go to Real Madrid. That's when you know.
Yeah, the Bond villain.
I think Conte could end up there. I think it makes sense. Because you have to think, like, he's coached teams that Mourinho's coached, that Ancelotti's coached, and these guys, they follow the same patterns. They all end up at the same teams. So Real Madrid's one of those teams. It's not Barcelona. It's not Bayern.
Yeah.
It's not Man City. It's Man United. It's Real Madrid, Inter. You know.
I think Conte takes time off, bro. I think he fucking
Chelsea.
takes time off and waits for the. I think he waits for the right offer to come in. I think he waits for someone to get fired.
Man. I think he's got to go back to Italy.
Oh man, I don't know that I would want that. Cause fuck. I don't know that I would want.
What Conte did with that Italy team was shit, and he managed to go that far because he had them united.
He's gonna call Darmian back up. He's gonna call it the same faces. He's gonna bring Florenzi back into the fucking team, bro.
Di Lorenzo and Calabria kind of have it locked down, but I mean Darmian could challenge Calabria this year for sure for that right back.
If Antonio Conte came back, bro, it'd be game over. It would just be a lot of the same faces. Bonucci would still play. He'd bring fucking Chiellini out of retirement. What's up? You see the Chilio come back, yeah.
Oh boy.
No, you would. You laugh, but I'm not even exaggerating. You would probably see something of that ilk.
Yeah. I don't think he'd go to the.
You think Yonto's playing? You think he's playing Yonto? You think Antonio Conte's playing Willy Yonto in a fucking 3-5-2?
Or would he play striker?
Giovinco? I don't know. I think he probably does play retegui.
Yeah.
If he still scores goals. Giovinco, you kidding me? He hates little guys, man. He's just a size merchant. Scamacca probably.
Graziano Pelle.
Yeah, but who's the Graziano Pelle now? He would look and find him. He would go out of his way to.
It's probably Petagna.
I was gonna say Petagna, but he'd fucking bring Petagna in and say, "I have a very specific job for you to do. Score no goals. Nothing's off limits.
Yeah,
nothing's off limits, bro. You know." Yeah. you bring Giuseppe Rossi back. Yeah. I don't. But whatever, bro. We'll see. I don't know if. Listen, Mancini has he's on notice. You know. Unfortunately, he's on notice. He's got 2 more international breaks, I think, before we know whether we're in trouble or not. The problem is, like, the qualification is going to happen real quick, or the qualification campaign is going to happen real quick. September, October, November, boom, done. It's like 2 months. In 2 months, you know if you're qualifying or not.
Yeah.
Which, again, we hypothetically
just has
should.
to be Ukraine once, and I think we're pretty good.
Yeah. But
second
you want to
place
see improvements.
qualifies.
Yeah, but you want to see improvements within the group, you know?
Yeah, you want to see them tie. Well, listen, England's supposed to destroy us. I don't care what anyone says. Like, we're not supposed to beat that England team. They're just tanks. But then you have Jack Grealish missing empty nets, which is just crazy.
Yeah, we got lucky in that game. I mean, we could have
been way
torn
worse.
them up a little worse in the second half.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we got fucking eaten for breakfast in the first half.
Yeah.
We just got countered the fuck out of, man. We had no ability to hold the ball down. So let's go. Let's just wrap on the Azzurri talk with this, because I want to kind of shift into some other shit.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to shoot the shit about some other ideas stories that I saw this week that I kind of wanted to discuss with you, because you have a unique brain. It's a little different to mine. I think you have a really sneaky, dark sense of humor that, like, people don't expect. I just kind of talk very freely about stuff. You just kind of come from behind and boom, you know, it's like that fucking, it's like it's the hit on the back of the head that you don't see. You know what I mean? You know, Joey Diaz once talked about how his mother used to hit him with they're Cuban, the avion. It was like a roundhouse slap. You know, you wouldn't see it. You'll come around with one of those with, like, some of the shit that you're into.
Oh, nice.
So I'm down to talk about a couple things, because you're here in particular, and I want people to, because you have a very fucked up, dark, twisted sense of humor, and it's one of the reasons I really like you. And I think you don't show that off in your food stuff, because maybe it's not appropriate when you're having a burger to make, like, a Holocaust joke, you know?
Oh, well, I don't think it's appropriate, like, ever there, but.
No, really? You've never, yeah?
Not like,
okay. Okay. Yeah.
I mean.
No, you're right.
It really depends the room you're in there. Like, I know a lot of comedians
Depends on the
get away
room.
with
It depends on the room.
Like,
exactly.
Andrew Schultz can get away with it, you know.
Neo-Nazis can get away with it.
Well, I mean, they're just in their own world.
Yeah, bro. No, let's pivot back to Italy for a second here. We got killed in the first half against England. I think there are a lot of players that just have to go. We were talking about it before, but specifically because I think they don't make individual impact anymore. Maybe some of them never did. But I want to let's get back, because I kind of monopolized that little game. I said we're playing a game. I named names and I pivoted away from it before I gave you the opportunity to, say anything. Like the Tasmanian devil, bro. I just fucking came in, swept you up, and was like, all right, leave you for dead. Who do you think actually makes a difference individually on their own? We said Gnonto, we said Chiesa, we said Retegui maybe as a finisher. We said Tonali, said Verratti.
Yeah. Okay, Di Lorenzo stays. Spinazzola stays.
Fine. Spinazzola's a good one because he makes stuff happen on his own. I think we're stacked at left back. I was saying that before.
That's it on defense for me. Well, Bastoni's not there, but I'd keep Bastoni.
No, he's not. I would keep him. Yeah, no, but
Verratti, I agree.
Yeah.
Pellegrini for me, 100%.
Probably Pellegrini. That's a good call. Yeah.
Fratese's got that potential.
Yeah, but he's not there. Yeah, he's not there. Yeah, I don't think he's there yet.
Barella and Tonali, 100%. I keep all
Barella, fine. Yeah, Tonali, we agree on. So, who do you think is almost an impediment to the team, to the point that, like, on their own, they don't do a whole hell of a lot, and they need a whole lot to happen around them in order for it to work out? I think there's a number of those guys. I'm starting to think that Jorginho's become one of those guys.
Yeah, Jorginho's that guy.
I'm starting to think he's one of those
run.
guys. I don't know why he like served a purpose for a while. I feel like that's done.
Yeah, it is done.
I think Bellotti and Immobile are both that guy too.
They're gone. Actually, Politano can stay.
Politano could stay. I think he actually can make a difference on his own too. I don't disagree.
He's gotten better.
He's always had it in him. He's always had the skip.
He just played at Inter.
He's always had the skip in his step. Yeah.
He's never played enough.
Berardi, no. Over.
No, Berardi's
over for
done.
me. It's over for him.
Scamacca just should have never
happened. I think Scamacca will keep getting opportunities to play because he's tall, but I don't know that
he's in England.
I don't know that he's making differences, making a difference. I don't think he's making an impact on his own.
No, he's not.
Individually, I don't think he is. I think he needs to be a cog in a team.
He's never taken the ball running to the net and scoring a goal on his own.
I've barely ever seen him do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Who else is there in the team? Cristante. It's a
little
different.
He's a good holder.
Because it's a role he plays.
Pessina's gone. Pessina's gone for me. Pessina and Jorginho, they're done. Pessina was a one-thing wonder.
Locatelli probably has more to offer.
Yeah, and I don't know. Well, even him, there's thing he's done. So, you even get called up.
Yeah. It's not like there's 20 fucking guys who you say, okay, like, you know, they can individually, at any given moment with the ball, make something great happen.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I don't know. Call him up! Facundo Buonasera. Buonanotte. What's his name? Buonanotte. Buonasera.
He's like 12, no? What is he, 17?
Bro, call him up. Call him up when they're fucking 10. Lie about their age. I don't care, man.
Ruin their passport situation. They can only play for Italy.
Oh, yeah. No, who are some of the other names that we're being linked to right now? Who are some of the other names that you're seeing on your radar over there, D-Lo? What? Giuliano Galoppo. Who the fuck is Giuliano Galoppo? Plays for Sao Paulo in Brazil. 23 years old, center midfielder.
Because he's in Brazil. And that guy's in 24, though. Capaldo, he's in the Austrian
Nicolas
Salzburg.
Capaldo at Salzburg and Marco Di Cesare at what club is that? Is that Banfield? I don't know, bro.
That's Old Boys, no?
Is that that's not, I don't think that's Newell's.
No, it's not.
Marco Di, what the fuck's his name? What are we doing, bro?
Di Cesare.
What are we fucking doing here?
Googling.
No, but what are we doing here? What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? Is it that bad?
Yeah.
Is the under 21 team that bad?
Well, they're not even 21. These guys, some of them are older.
Marco Di Cesare plays for Argentina Juniors
Wow, that's horrible.
as a center back or a central midfielder.
I'd rather take Ibanez.
300,000 euro value on transfer market, which is basically like Brandon Brini has a $200,000 transfer value on transfer market.
I could be in the team.
Dude, I don't know, man.
100%.
What do we do? What are we fucking doing here? What are we fucking doing here? Do these guys even have passports? Are we just like saying who has an Italian name? Who has an Italian name? What are we doing? You know, sometimes you'll have like a Venezuelan guy with an Italian name. His name's Ernesto.
Yeah.
Like, are we just? How deep are we going? How deep is the rabbit hole going here? What the fuck is he doing? Is he looking at guys who I don't know, bro. Martin Satriano. That sounds kind of Italian. He's a Uruguayan guy. He plays for Inter. What the fuck? Like, how deep does the rabbit hole go? What the fuck are we doing here now?
But if Valverde could have played for us, I would have taken him.
Am I losing my mind, though? Is it because of, like, the one guy? Is the media trying to do this to us? Are they just, like, feeding us shit because we're all interested in ORIUNDI right now? Because there's no way that these guys get called up and fucking play for Italy. There's no fucking way. Nobody's ever heard of them.
Yeah, I know. Maybe, like, you have to look at the Argentinian side of things. Like, Argentina's always going to have strikers. So if you're a striker and you know Italy needs strikers, I'm going to go play for Italy. But Aguero couldn't even break the roster. And he's like the best Argentinian striker ever, maybe. Like goal finisher. So it's always been weird with Argentina and the way the players have been managed. But you look at the team that won, they had like two center backs that played, or like a right back and a center back that played for River Plate. So if you're a defenseman, I'm not going anywhere because Argentina can't produce defensemen for their life. But a striker,
yeah, all you have to do is just move to Europe and you get
exactly.
in. You just be an Argentinian player playing in Portugal and you get in.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you're right.
So like if I'm a forward player, I'm definitely looking towards leaving Argentina because especially when Messi's going to be absent. It's as if Messi's dying, like as when Messi's gone, you know, like when he's dead and the team has no more Messi. Like, where's this team gonna?
I'm surprised he's still playing.
Yeah, what are they gonna look like? I had this dream that Ronaldo won the World Cup at 41, and that the conversation changed.
When
the next World Cup.
When did you have the dream?
Like a week ago. I just feel like this.
Yeah, bro, my man's still, dude.
Over.
He's still scoring hat tricks. He's a stat pad in the
I know, but he's gonna go to the next World Cup. And Portugal's going to be very good at the next World Cup, and he's not going to start. He's going to take a seat back. You know, he might not do the same amount for that Messi did for Argentina.
Ronaldo's just the GOAT, bro, because he loves it. He loves it. He scores 3 goals against Luxembourg. He don't care. He still goes to the corner and fucking hits the celebration. He loves it too much, bro.
Yeah.
He loves it too much for him not to be the best
he's
ever.
Like
He's
the LeBron James of soccer.
He's the ultimate. Yeah, exactly.
And Messi's Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he's so easy to. Yeah, exactly. Talent and and versus like, you know,
just hard work
versus hard work and flair and just being really annoying. Yeah. I don't know, bro. So let me ask you a question. So let's pivot away from some of this shit here. You're how long have you been doing food content now? What, 2 years? Coming up on 2 years?
Yeah, I say making food was it was 2 years ago, and then eating food it's been a year. You
parlayed it into full on jobs, bro. It's insane. You're telling me you're emceeing weddings now.
Yeah.
Because that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do to fucking MC an Italian wedding, bro. You just have to like have to eat capicolo and fucking talk about it and say ciao bella, and they're like, bah, this guy's a poet.
Bro, I'm there. I'm like
this guy's a poet. Let's get this guy to fucking read haikus on the love letters to the bride. Dude, I think in 2 years you're gonna be fucking singing Dean Martin, dude.
I don't know about singing because I suck at it, but that was my thought process. I'm like, very bad things can come. I could ruin people's weddings, right? Like they pay a lot of money for that stuff. That's the downfall. There's a lot at stake.
Who gets an MC for a wedding?
Everyone now.
Really?
Yeah, all kinds.
Do I need an MC for my wedding if I were to get married tomorrow?
Well, the DJ's the MC, or you. But like now, there's a thing like if your wedding's more than 100 people, you get two people, DJ and MC, because it's just too much work for a DJ to do all of it. You know?
Dude, I don't think I want an MC at my wedding. I don't think
Well, the MC just guides the wedding. Like that's his goal. If you don't want him to make noise while it's dancing time, he doesn't have to. It's just really he's gonna be like, hey, take your seat now, please.
But I'm the groom. Served. I'm the man of the fucking house. I'm gonna say, everybody, thanks for coming. Take your seats. Shut up. You know, like if they all make noise, hey, because you could be funny, right? Like the MC says shut up. You know, he can't crowd control. He doesn't even have to say shut up. He could just say, hey, everyone.
Well,
he
they don't really say shut up.
No, but like, right, exactly. He would lose the room. But he has to be really respectful. And then what happens? They say, oh, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this guy? You know? Whereas like if it's like the groom, everyone knows him. You could say, hey, you bunch of animals. Well, sit down.
But you're a performer too, right? So you see it in your head. But a lot of people, like I've been to 2 or 3 weddings on. A lot of people, especially that guy, they don't need that in their life, you know?
Okay. No, all right. I just feel like I would want to just usher everyone in their seats myself. Say, hey, how's it going? Thanks for coming. Take your seats.
Yeah, there's that.
And get like a quintet.
But how do you announce that your wife's gonna dance with her father now? You know, and that you're gonna dance with your wife for the first time.
Does someone have to announce that?
Of course. You have to tell everyone to shut up and listen.
Can't it just happen and they see what's happening? No, it just never happens
because you have to coordinate it with the food. It's all about the food. That's why MCs exist, to coordinate the food with the maitre d'.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Because he has 2 minutes to serve every table, and if everyone has to stop dancing and the food's not on the table, everyone's like, why isn't there food in my face? I just stop dancing.
So I've been overly critical of Joe and Mary's wedding all this time. Like where I say, oh, all right, you know, you want to go to that, have fun. But like, you know, I'm like, it's not really for me. I'm wrong. It's like a whole it's a whole thing.
That's a whole event. With a script.
No. But like if you're emceeing that event, you're like,
well, Giuseppe MC has a big job.
Right.
He has to coordinate food with the actual show.
Right. How many people go to that event?
There's 450
people. How many people go to the average Italian wedding? Like it's like 200 maybe.
200. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And no one knows it. No one.
But like you only need that at a wedding, because if you go to like a hall party for New Year's, there's no MC.
The MC is usually the DJ.
The DJ just says,
but there is actually an MC.
Served.
There usually is an MC. Yeah, it's just a different style of MC. It's like some corporate parties for Christmas have MCs, but they say 5 things throughout the night. You know?
It's just such a crazy, it's just such a crazy job title to have. You're a master of ceremony.
Pretty much, yeah.
You're a master. That's what MC stands for.
You're a guider, yeah.
You're a master of ceremony. I'm the master. We're having a ceremony over here. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking take care of it. I'm going to tell you how to. You don't even have to think. I'll think for you.
I'll tell you what to do.
I'll tell you what to do.
Make sure everything's under control. You just have to make sure people are having a good time. Like a lot of MCs, they go, you know, when Pitbull comes on, they'll say the words in the song. Like, I'll probably never do that because it's just not my style.
Yeah.
I'd rather, like,
I can't imagine you singing along.
Joke, you know? And just be like, you know, okay, thank you everyone for coming to the wedding tonight. We're gonna start with the, you know, the people when they come in, right? You have to announce them.
Yeah.
Okay, and now the parents of the bride and groom are coming in and they come in like turtles. I'm be like, I mean, any faster? Come on, we got a show to do.
Oh yeah.
You know, shit
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Little
yeah,
jokes like that.
Yeah.
Like that's
The uncle jokes.
Yeah.
Bring out the uncle jokes, bro.
More like that, because like people would laugh, and if they don't laugh at the first one, then you don't say anymore.
You're the oldest 24-year-old I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Well, I'm 25 now, but yeah, I'm pretty old.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
He ain't even 24. He's 20. He's fucking 25-year-old, 24-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. That's. God bless you. So you're gonna do like you're gonna do that whole thing where you fucking say, hey,
I was a PA announcer for sports,
right?
So it's kind of
the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. When you're announcing 22 names in a row in Toronto, where granted, soccer players in Toronto don't have white names,
right?
You have the Italian names, you have the Serbian names, you have the Indian names, you have the African names, you have the really Arab names, and you have to make sure you're saying everyone's name properly.
Sure.
And then the worst thing is when you say a name, I would ask the coach everyone's name. Mm-hmm. Coaches don't give a shit. Yeah. They just say, oh yeah, this is like the guy's name is Robert Boscovich. He's like, yeah, just call him Rob Bosco. And then you say Rob Bosco and everyone starts laughing. And you're like, okay, well, is that a prank or is that serious? Like how do you react for the rest of the names now, And especially the girls, they would always get mad. They would always, like, you miss a syllable or something. And they're like, that's not how you say my name,
Fuck, dude, I would want to be an MC one night just to ruin, I don't know, just to ruin, like, the bridesmaids, like, not the bride, but, like, the bridesmaids, because bridesmaids all think it's about them. It ain't about them, but in their minds,
I get what you're saying.
They're the bridesmaids.
A lot of people think it's about them on a wedding, dude, even though it's not.
I would love to just bring them down to earth and be like, hey, what's your name again? Just what's your name again? Maybe not on the mic, but just set like a little jab here and there.
Yeah,
she says it's Filomena, and you say Fiorentina is coming out.
Little jokes like that, unless they take it to heart. But
no, you do it on purpose.
I
would do it once, and I would never get hired again. Is my point. I would it'd be like a kamikaze job.
I'm not independent.
I'm just go in and fuck shit up. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like a dream of mine, though. Like now that I'm hearing you talk about it, I would like to do that once.
Yeah. Oh, you definitely can. People, you could probably put on yourself on Fiverr, Craigslist, all those guys. I'm sure someone would hire you. You just do it for very cheap.
Dude, wedding crashing is insane.
Yeah, I've done it twice.
It's not cool.
No, it's not. It's a very scary feeling when you're doing it.
Like they don't take kindly to you just showing up.
The last wedding I did, these two guys from the upstairs hall came down because the party was still going. They decided to take off their shirts. And like just massive beer bellies, like very skinny, like me and you, but just massive beer bellies.
Yeah.
Super like sweaty, like you could see the alcohol pouring out of their pores for the whole night.
Yeah.
And then they start making out with their girlfriends, and everyone's like, "Who are you? Yeah. Why are you here?" The groom's ready to punch them in the face.
Dude, the groom.
It's all the groom's always ready.
The groom's always the one who's ready to fuck shit up.
He's like, what the fuck you doing here, bro? Get the fuck. And then the mom of the groom's always more pissed, and it's just a big mess,
Yeah, the mom of the bride too. The mom of the bride thinks it's low key about her too.
Yeah,
dude. Dude, bro.
It's a stressful thing at the end of the day.
No,
but
the groom's like, I finally made it. I've been picking out floral arrangements. I've had no opinion. I've had my like human rights stripped of me for the for the last 6 months.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the fuck is going on anymore.
Well,
I don't even feel like a man. Yeah. She's picked everything.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with this crazy person. Who I have to pretend is like, who I have to pretend is like some duchess, and it's not like this woman I've been dating for like 8 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're already on the brink of sanity, right? And then some guy just comes in and takes off his shirt and starts dry humping his girlfriend at the dance floor.
Dude, everyone's drunk at this point too.
It's over. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's one too many grappa shops deep.
Yeah, and the groom is like, dude, I'm gonna hear from this. Like, are you kidding me? My bride, this is her day. And we're almost out of the woods, and you're going to come and fuck it up?
Yeah.
All the shit that I had to fucking do, all the money we had to put up, you're going to come ruin her day, which is then going to ruin my life. Get the fuck out of here.
About it.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. I'm sure you plan to get married one day?
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, maybe. Yeah.
What's the budget on that?
I don't fucking.
What's the most you want to spend on a wedding?
I don't know, bro. How much does a wedding cost? These are questions. How much if you weren't in this world, would you have any idea?
Italian wedding was probably like 45-50 G's, like a 300-person wedding.
Yeah, man.
The bomboniere and the whole photography, videography.
Yeah, I plan on it at some point. I mean, I say maybe. I don't know. Hopefully, I don't die in a car crash. But you said, will I get married?
With you and your girl,
Some point, sure. I mean, I'd like to get married at some point. Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice. Have a ceremony that makes her happy. It's the woman feels like there's a sense of security.
Yeah.
There's a duty. Yeah, but how much would I spend? I've cared less and less in recent years, man. I'd do a 10-person wedding.
Yeah, no.
I would. I won't, but I would.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I won't, but I would.
I think a lot of guys come to that realization, and some girls do too. But it just depends on your partner, right? And then that's where it kind of like you have to align yourself and you have to. Agree.
Yeah, I mean, it depends very much how pregnant she is at the time of the wedding.
Yeah, that too.
How expedited you make it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I know.
Like, like all bets are, like, it's the thing. You think it's going to happen a certain way, and then, I don't know, bro. Fuck, man. I just want to break even. You're really just throwing a party. It's a racket, dude. Weddings and funerals are a fucking racket.
Yeah. I'd rather put it in a house, but,
Here's the thing, though. The wedding is a big-ass party, and it pays for itself. Because the bigger the party is, the more expensive it is. But the more people you invite, the more you can offset the cost.
Boost, Yeah.
So
and then
it's really just a racket.
Out, like Italians, we are lucky. Your parents usually like chip in, give you a nice gift. If not, they pay for a bit of the mortgage, whatever it is. That's how tradition usually goes.
The fuck more can they do, bro? I'm 25. I still live at home. What a fuck.
I know. Their parents gave it to them, right? Like that's what I'm basing it off of. But
yeah,
usually the mom, woman's dad pays for the wedding, and the dad's dad pays for the house, the mortgage.
Yeah. One's a lot more expensive than the other. I'm breaking that cycle.
Well,
I'm breaking that cycle. I'll be the first one to say, nope, you're on your. We have a long-standing tradition of doing this, and we're gonna.
But fuck you.
We're gonna end this cycle of dependency.
Yeah, no, but back in the day, it was pretty similar in pricing.
Oh man, well, good for you, bro. I'm happy for you because that pays well and it's fun and it's right up your alley because you're like an uncle at heart and you can handle that. You could just you can hammer, dude. You can hammer the dad jokes.
Yeah.
You could hammer the fucking WAP dad jokes at Buffet Marina, bro. You could hammer them, bro.
Hey, the best food there. No
dude,
joke.
the food is really good at those East End fucking places.
Yeah.
It's the same. We were talking about this 2 weeks in a row. We're fucking talking about Italian weddings. Adrian Souza on last week, he was marrying an Italian girl. He's talking about like the Italian wedding and shit. It's the same plates. It's the same fucking pasta rosé. It's the fucking the same cavatelli. Yeah, right. Penella vodka's big now. That's it. From New Jersey to Montreal to Woodbridge, it's all there. All anyone's doing is Penella.
John Mary's was penne vodka.
Penne vodka, of course. Yeah.
With Parmigiana cutlet.
Yeah, and Giuseppe's a funny guy, but he's not bringing out the real like big hitting jokes. He's pulling out the dad jokes, right? Like the hey, like you better not, keep her happy type of thing, right? You keep the boss happy. He's calling her the boss. You're gonna call her the boss. Right?
Well, his jokes are more because that's not really about the wedding itself. It's more about the crowd. Let's say.
Sure.
Yeah, his job is more to like play with the crowd than with the actual wedding. Because when he's talking, the wedding's eating, taking a break,
right,
kind of thing,
right,
like the cast, So,
yeah, you were telling me that Michele and Matteo were there, and they were supposed to play like these fucking cousins who came over from Italy, and they had to like stay in character. It's incredible. These are like the last people on earth. Like you're like one of the last guys on earth I would ever think of like as being interested in doing like improv theater.
Well, I did it in university.
But like at 12, I don't think you were like an improv guy. You have some guys that just have like this incline for.
No, I wanted to be a soccer player.
This inclination to do improv. You know what I mean? Usually it's not like an East End guy named Brini. Bello Brini.
I understand. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's usually not that guy. It's usually not Sam Adamo. It's usually like, it's Charlie. It's the funny kid. Yeah.
Charlie something.
Exactly.
Charlie Brown.
Sure. And it's like they have these guys that are just fucking. I feel like you guys are almost like more savage than like improv kids. Improv kids are taking it seriously. You're telling me you were teabagging somebody while filming because for a gag, and Michele and Matteo are not speaking Italian or not speaking English the whole night. People are asking for pictures and they're telling them to go get stuffed. That's incredible. Like that's incredible.
Yeah. Well, that's just those are the characters, right? You got to stay true to the character until the script's done. Because one leak of reality, and that's the problem because we're somewhat influencers / known, right? So people come up to us to take pictures because they recognize us, and a lot of people in the wedding, have big followings and they're there for that reason. So that's the tricky part with the whole social media thing is like, where do you cut the line? Because a lot of people could have taken the whole Italian skit thing a bit too far and like been actually offended, right? Because, a lot of softies out there these days. But, luckily no one really took it to heart. They got their moment after.
I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny to imagine those guys doing like improv,
Yeah. They had no idea what they were doing till they showed up. So that's the best part.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Yeah, bro. So you're not playing anymore, right? You're not playing football at all. We were saying before Sunday League, it's not happening at all.
Well, I wanted to start like the Insieme team, I guess, if you want to call it.
Okay. You were telling me you're in the best shape of your life right now.
Yeah, I could probably like physically, yeah.
Okay.
I have the most muscle on me and
just
everything.
going to waste right now.
Yeah, I guess so. Cause I like to play, but like if I'm doing weddings every Saturday, and I'm working full time, then I have to eat paninis at some point too.
You gotta eat paninis. You
got
yeah. What are you gonna?
I have my own social media thing going. It's a lot, like that Sunday night, like girlfriend, family, nanas. It's recuperation.
Sandwiches. Yeah.
Nah, no sandwiches.
No, but it's in the rotation. It's
just that night's there to relax, and playing soccer could. If I get hurt, how am I doing weddings? Realistically,
if you get hurt, how are you eating sandwiches with the same gusto?
Yeah, like if I pull a groin for real, how am I walking at the weddings now?
Fuck, bro. I don't know. What do you do when you eat these sandwiches? Because you eat like a fuck. You hammer these. How many do these do? How many do you do a week? You put out like one every couple days.
I'll probably do like
it's such a weird
five in a day on a Saturday, but like that's twice a month.
Because it's like such a niche thing you're doing. Like it's a cool thing. Like it's your thing. It's like if you're gonna do a content thing, you have to commit to it. You have to do it. Like that's what everyone says. So you're doing it. It's good. But
the consistency.
But like it's so like niche.
Yeah.
And it looks like you're doing it. It looks like you're doing it like multiple times a week. But what you're doing is you're blitzing like one day at a time, and you're like starving yourself for a day.
No, I eat normal. I just over calorie that day. That's it. Because if I fast and I eat that, I'll fall asleep right away.
Do you intermittent fast ever?
No, I used to, but I'm not. I actually realize it's important to eat your calories. Like I'll eat from like 9 to 8, or like 10 to 8.
I intermittent fast. I don't even think it's hard. Do you intermittent fast, Dilo? Never. I don't think it's that hard, bro.
It's not hard. It's just I'm more performant when I eat my 4 eggs in the morning.
Yeah.
The
less I eat, the better I do. I think Ramadan's overrated. I don't even think it's that hard. I think they do. I think they straight up put on weight when they do.
No water is pretty hard.
No water's a little bit tough.
Yeah.
No water's tough, but dude, a lot of them
fasting involves sparkling water.
Right.
And black coffee.
Yes, sure. Yeah. I still think that a lot of them put on weight during Ramadan.
Yeah, because you eat late at night.
Yeah, but it's like they don't know how to do it. Like they gorge. It's like you gotta fast all around, bro. You gotta fast year round just to have if you're gonna dude, I'm telling you, if you want to do Ramadan successfully, you gotta ease into it. You gotta start fasting before. Cheat, drink water. But then when it starts, do your thing. Don't you want to do the whole fast, do the whole thing. But it's like you can't be eating at 3 a.m. I better fill up for tomorrow. You're fucked. I used to know guys, dude, I would play soccer with, who'd be eating all night. They were exhausted all the time.
Yeah. Well, it's just you
gotta have one big meal and gorge.
Yeah,
and then you just have to have pound water overnight.
The countries that celebrate this tradition don't have the same lifestyle as us. These guys go to work the next day. Not even 2 hours later, they're going to work. Right. Imagine going to work, sleeping 2 hours on
you're comatose, bro.
3,000 calories. It's not happening. It's just you're a zombie.
In the desert sun without water.
It's just it ain't happening, and that's the thing. That's for me where my beliefs they stop. Lent, 75 hard, Ramadan, whatever you want to call it. All these challenges or belief systems, the problem with it is it's not a lifestyle. So you do it for a short period of time. You think you're successful, you're all happy, and then you go back to problematics, whatever, stuffing your face, whatever you want to call it. If people have trouble adopting lifestyles with habits, and that's the problem. That's where all this needs to stop. Because if you want to be a high-performing person, you're not supposed to do 75-day hard, read twice a day, work out twice a day. One has to be outside. That, eat this much, stop eating that. And what happens day 76? You go eat a chicken Big Mac.
Well, no. Well, I think you just become a caveman, bro. I think you just stay a caveman after that.
But that's it.
You just morph into a caveman.
Imagine those people are single. Do You go on dates? What kind of dates you going on? Walks in the park because you can't eat ice cream, you can't drink, you can't even go to Mano Cornuto.
You can only What a niche reference that was.
Yeah, but, top restaurant, but very good. You don't come out of there feeling like shit, but it's rich ingredients.
I would say you have to find another hardo. You have to find another hardo to do it with.
So what's that?
You have to find you have to find some bitch who's doing it with you. You know, and you push each other to do it. You know,
but that's it, right? So it's like that's a tricky thing, especially like going to dating or whatever. A lot of people have trouble finding another person because they don't even know what they like. And then they try to mesh their life with someone else's life, and it's a whole bordel.
Yeah. And then over time, your life changes too. Like I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago when I started.
No, 100%.
I was in university studying labor relations. I just started the podcast. We were talking about VAR.
Yeah.
We're talking about VAR and like being like respectful and stuff and saying obviously we need to, racism is bad and we don't want, like we should kick racism out of football. And now it's, that wasn't interesting, right? Like, and yeah, you just grow up, you evolve, shit happens, you become a different person, and yeah, that's part of like a relationship evolving,
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's important to at least know who you are when you start the fucking relationship.
That's it. Like the base foundation has to exist.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't have that base. And then they're like, what am I doing? Like, oh, she did that. I don't like it. I don't know what to tell her because I don't even know what I don't like about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And vice versa. A lot of like communications, a lot of those problems.
Yeah. I think I've always worked with her, even though we're like a little different now. Our lives look different because like we fundamentally always had the same like value.
Yeah.
Overall, those need. There was enough commonality. There was enough that we knew about ourselves at the time that bonded us. That kind of that hasn't really changed. Yeah, bro. Fucking dude. Let's wrap on that. Actually, I'm fucking zonked. I'm driving to Toronto tomorrow. We'll talk about El Salvador another time. Fuck. I don't know, cause dude, I don't know if you're aware, but it's pretty wild what's going on down there.
No, I saw.
Are we going deep on El Salvador now? Actually, are we gonna end on this?
I don't know what's going on, but I've heard a bit.
Well, dude, cause okay, let's just end on this. It's a little random. I was reading about this the other day, cause again, this is completely atypical. This has nothing to do with anything that, like the.
Oh, is that with the prisons?
It has nothing to do with the subject matter of the pod. What it typically is, and I get it, but sometimes when I see shit, I like to just talk about it, and break it down. I read about this at a very, I read about this very quickly. I skimmed some articles on El Salvador. I don't know if you know this, but apparently they're like one of the safest countries in the Americas now, and you know that they were like one of the most dangerous at one point in time, and they have this guy. I think his name's Nayib Bukele, who's their president. He's 41. He's like the cool, like he's kind of fascist, but it's cool.
What kind of name is that for El Salvador?
I think he's got a Palestinian father.
Oh, okay.
Like now, here's the thing. He's basically experimenting in real world fascism, but it's working.
Is that the guy who locks up these crazy prisoners?
He does.
Okay,
he locks them up, and he kind of just arrests them like indiscriminately, and they suspend all civil liberties. But like. Everyone in the country's thrilled about it. It's like if there was a place to do it, like it's here. Like if there's a place to try this out, like this would never work in the United States. You can't suspend all civil liberties. They'll lose their minds. But it's like if a guy's crazy enough in like a small fucking Latin American country to do this and say fuck it, we'll be like the experiment here.
Cuba 2.0,
type of thing, But dude, I saw some of these prisons. Can you pull up a video of the prisons in El Salvador? We're actually not going to go deep on El Salvador. I don't know if there's much more to it here. But, like, I had this thought because we're talking about diets and shit. And that's how I want to tie this in here. Pull up a video of some of these gang members.
What they eat.
Look at these gang members. These MS-13 gangs.
Yeah, I saw these.
You see these fucking videos? Dude.
Yeah, they're skinny.
They're all fucking skinny as shit.
Yeah.
I think this could be the new retreat, bro. There's a lot of Americans that should probably consider like going to a Salvadoran prison. Look at this, bro.
But you think the prison made them skinny, or
I think they get fed like one meal of beans a day. Look at them,
Yeah,
bro. They
that's
got
probably
fucking
true.
nothing on them. Look at that. I see their collarbones and shit.
But you think they weren't skinny like that beforehand?
I don't know. There's
I
not a
feel like
single
most
fat one.
Latinos in those countries are skinny in general.
Well, the prison guards aren't skinny. The prison guards
a
aren't
good
skinny.
point.
It's just the people that are in prison that are skinny.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that guy's gonna lose some weight for sure.
Dude, he's going to lose some weight. Yeah, he's got a little muscle mass. I mean, that's not ideal. He has
It's
gains.
crazy,
He's going to lose
like,
those. But.
Yeah, wow, that's insane. They're really dehumanized, eh?
Well,
Yeah, like look at that.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
I think
I don't know if that flies.
There's not a lot of not a lot of empathy for them, I think, in the country. But again, let's put like all that aside. Let's put aside whether it's right to suspend civil liberties or whether it's right to let people that you probably reasonably prove are in gangs roam free in society, as was the case for years. I think that might be the next fad. I think there's a lot of Americans that should consider it, bro. You might consider like maybe don't send them to El Salvador, but you could like maybe create like a system where it's like you send them to boot camp.
Yeah.
Like a Bukele boot camp.
A Bukele boot camp.
Yeah. So you simulate prison. You serve them one meal of beans a day, so that it's low calories, but they're shitting all the time, so they feel good. It's keeping shit moving.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it probably wouldn't work because I don't think that's how you lose. Like they'll lose weight, but
no, it would work. It's calories in versus calories out.
Yeah.
And there's no calories in.
It's a numbers game. Yeah.
It's a numbers game. That's well said. Sure. Exactly. Now here's the you couldn't have people sign up for this because no one would sign up for it. No. It would have to be like an intervention thing, like where you kidnap them in their sleep and you send them over there.
Yeah.
To like Southern California.
Yeah.
But I think it could work. Like maybe in the desert in New Mexico. That should be like the new like my 600-pound life. You just kidnap guys in their sleep, and you'd have to like haul them into a Ford F-150, and you'd have to drive them down there, like in case you'd have to enclose them in. You'd have to lift them up on a forklift. You wouldn't be able to just like haul them out, but you'd like wheel them out. I don't know. When they got their sleep apnea machines, they're in one, right? They're hashtag in one. They're not coming out of that shit. You can fucking wheel them right out, bro. And they wake up in a cell. And it'd be like an experiment. That would actually be a pretty good like episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if it wasn't like prison vibes, but more like science vibes.
No, but it's not prison. It has to be prison vibes. Come on, it's prison vibes.
But it's
That's
more
the whole
like
point.
Scientifically monitored would be a better term, because then they're being watched if they collapse or they try to kill themselves, because a lot of them will probably try to because they're used to addictions of sugar and carbs and oils and.
Well, I think what you do is you treat them like real prisoners, where you subject them to rectum searches and stuff. You full inspection of their rooms and stuff. Make sure they don't have any weapons that they can use to harm each other or themselves.
Yeah.
So that they can't kill themselves. They want out, but they're stuck. They're stuck in the simulation.
Yeah.
And maybe like I agree. Like if they collapse, then maybe you monitor them so that if they collapse, you like give them some electrolytes, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
Give them some liquid IV, like an IV drip, or maybe not an IV drip. Those are expensive. It's gotta be cost efficient, Maybe you could give them like an electrical jolt,
Some Gatorade.
Just like an electrical jolt. Maybe it'll spike the metabolism a little more,
Mm.
So maybe you could the bottom line here is maybe you could do a burger review a day, and if it just doesn't work out, then we could send you to Albuquerque
to do it there. Or?
Yeah, shave your head.
No, I'm not down for that.
Shave your head, shave your beard.
What weddings am I gonna MC over there?
You got a couple.
You gotta learn how to play the guitar or something.
Yeah, you just become like a born again Christian, bro.
Oh shit!
You just become a born again Christian. Dude, I was looking it up. Half of them they straight up become like just born again Christians, bro. Yeah. They're all in jail, and it's like they're all like la palabra de Dios te quiere, and it's like at least they're not anally raping each other,
Yeah, well, yeah. A lot of people find
they're reading the Bible.
They need to find hope when they're locked up. I think that's the only way to mentally survive, for sure. Because or else you go crazy. You're seeing gray walls every day,
Brandon Brini, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming on, buddy. I'll see you at the show next week. I'll see you at at that concert next week.
Yes, sir.
That Plaza concert next week. Let's keep that on the back burner. I have a lot of thoughts about that, dude. Dilo, you're not. Did you buy tickets to that? Did you consider it
Like a second.
for like a second, and then you saw the price and realized that
Yeah, it's crazy.
Rather put that on Italy U21.
dude, they're selling them for $30 in Toronto. They're $120 fucking bucks at the fucking
Because
Montreal
Toronto,
show.
I don't think it's a full-on concert. That's the difference.
Are they performing or are they
Because
not?
Vero is like an insieme party.
Right.
And
What-
then
what
they're,
the fuck
they're gonna
it-
perform. They're probably gonna do 3 songs as like guest appearance, and that's it.
Really?
But here it's a full-on concert, opening acts. It's a bit different. Still expensive. I think $75 would have covered it.
My fear is that I'm gonna have to be there with other people that listen to Capo Plaza, who have been listening to Capo Plaza for less time than me. 'Cause that's the problem.
2
I'm a real
weeks.
piece of shit, bro. I'm a
Yeah.
gatekeeper.
Oh, no one there listens to
I'm
these
a
guys
huge
religiously.
I'm a huge gatekeeper, bro. I've been
Esfera
listen-
Basta came totally different story, but he's not. So
Yeah, bro. I don't know. We'll see. It may be the thing that does me in. Having to go to a Capo Plaza concert, but in Montreal with only Montreal Italians. It might be the thing that kills me.
yeah, it's very insane.
It might be the thing that kills me.
100%. I
We'll
see
see.
what you're saying.
No, I appreciate you coming on, bro. Congrats on the new gig. That's it's good. It's on brand. It's on brand. I'm proud of you, buddy. It's
I
good.
appreciate it, bro.
It's good. It's good. It's good. Happy for you. What are you at? Bello Brini?
Yep.
That's it. Just
That's it,
at Bello Brini.
on Instagram, TikTok.
All right, listeners, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Fucking leave a comment, do all that algo shit. I think it helps us. I don't know. Brandon's the content guy. Is it good? Is it actually?
Yeah.
Well, a dislike helps too, right?
Yeah, you get more traction.
Interaction.
More interaction means
Make
more
your
traction.
opinion heard. Yeah, if you've listened
Yeah.
all the way fucking through like an hour 20 in, just leave some kind of reaction. It's appreciated. It's very much appreciated. Yeah, a lot of content is going to be coming out in the next week from Toronto. I'm really excited about that. A couple of interviews lined up, so there will probably be some bonus episodes coming out. So stay tuned for that, guys. Appreciate you tuning in, and yeah, till next time. Follow us on all platforms at Calcio Podcast. Fucking subscribe. Do what you got to do. Do the algo shit. Help us out, and we'll catch you next time. Until then, alla prossima, dude. Appreciate it. Ciao.
Ciao.
We missed the puño there. Dilo off camera. Thank you. All right. Ciao.